Mitchell. He's tightly guarded. Shot clock at 6. Good, nice job down low. Mitchell's got 7.
Now that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And so it's Oklahoma City heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They gathered some serious momentum in the second quarter, and as well as they played, it's a little bit of a surprise that their lead isn't more than 7 points here at the half. Shaq, your thoughts on the Thunder?
You got to like their offense efficiency. They were patient, took good shots. That was reflected in their high field goal percentage. They just need to keep playing smart in the second half and close this thing out. Don't get cute now.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Jazz.
Well, I think they could be way more physical than they have been in the first half. Their defense gave up way too many easy looks, and that kind of defense will turn to a loss any night.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side, my brother.
For those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Jazz. 7-point differential. Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Davis is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 slot.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Trains the 3-pointer. Schroeder's got the first field goal of the second half for the Thunder. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets in a foul. See the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the summer league where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way.
And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Paul dishes to Adams. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Well, love the aggressive play here from Adams. He gets the shot he wants, and now another opportunity to challenge himself at the free throw line.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Beasley's checked in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Dante Exum in for Mitchell. Conley kicks to Davis. Exum passes to Davis. Second shot opportunity. Thunder with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Clear passes to Paul. And Davis sends it back.
Great anticipation. Davis light on his feet and using that 7'2" wingspan sends that one back.
Cephalosha for three. Beat the clock. Got it! He got it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity, and boom.
That's exactly how you want to close out the quarter, too, with some confidence.
And so it's Oklahoma City holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be right back after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Oklahoma City leading by 8. Alinari and Adams, the combo out front. All out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Cephalosha in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. To the inside. And Adams kicks it over to Schroeder. Shot clock at 3. And here's Cephalosha for 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. Cephalosha's got the lead up to 11 now for the Thunder.
Well, if you're going to give Cephalosha that much room, you know he's got a great chance of taking and making it.
We've got 1:28 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Conley. Here's Davis. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Now here's a guy who has all the tools to be a threat inside. Davis still searching for his offensive consistency.
Pass to Gallinari. On the wing, Cephalosha. Oklahoma City moving it around. There's Schroeder. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And the Thunder lead by 11.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Thunder.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And they took charge when it counted and notching their 9th win overall. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Chris Paul.
And with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it.
Schroeder finds Cephalosha. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in. And say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
It's stolen by Ingles. So we see the Thunder get the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
Look, always with the same crew, posted with the same clique. Shout out to my day ones, everyone I came with, and we all self-made. You can never claim this, never pivot on my bros. One thing that I can't switch, not concerned with fitting in. We too busy standing out. They compare me to Pluto and heaven, I ain't planned it out. Came a long way from writing rap done in my parents' house. I'ma be a sight to see, tell them bring their cameras out. You gave up on all your passions, wonder what that feel like. I'm just trying to grasp my dreams, turn them into real life. Never took no easy path, always went the hard way. Now the kid on point, my flow is sharper than your barber. Fly in a charter plane, colder than a ski slope, hotter than the devil
Thunder against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, for San Antonio, they can only boast a better record than 2 other teams in the Western Conference. 13th place is not the spot to be, but it's been that kind of season for them. Guys, we'll see the young 6'6" point guard Shai Gilgeous.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. And tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs. Now, DA, it's all yours. Okay. Great vision, David. Thank you. And the starting group for the Spurs, it's Aldridge at the power forward with Pirtle at center. White is out there with Murray, and it's DeRozan in at the 3, the small forward. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Call out there with Dennis Schroeder, and it's Cephalosha in at the 3 spot. To the paint, here's Murray. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Well, every year, Doris, despite the expert predictions, there are always big surprises. Some things that come out of the blue, or they're fun to watch.
We tend to use that word expert lightly because you never know, despite collections of talent, who's going to work well together, who develops their chemistries, what injuries play a part in a particular season. Are there mid-season trades that sort of maybe change the chemistry and the makeup of a particular roster? So, listen, predictions, take them with a grain of salt. You never know how an NBA season might play out.
And that's why we love the regular season so much. Long, yes, but so many different twists and turns along the way.
No doubt.
Schroeder outside. There's 53 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And it's Paul penetrating, down to 5 on the shot clock. Count that one.
Adams is used to scoring through contact. Make no mistake, he'll show you some strength every now and again.
Murray surveying the D. Pass to DeRozan. Over Cephalosha. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Schroeder passes to Adams. Ball against Murray. Paul kicks it over to Schroeder. Left side Adams. All sorts of time. And again it's Oklahoma City.
Well, coaches love seeing this from Dennis Schroeder. Recognize the situation, find the open teammate.
Here's DeRozan. And he gets it to go.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Here's Adams. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Thunder lead by 3. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. And in 2018, DeMar DeRozan opened up about his battles with depression, hoping to have a positive impact on others.
People ashamed to talk about it. Even myself, for a long period of time, people wonder why I was such a quiet guy, and that was part of it. Not wanting to speak out about it, not wanting other.
You want the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes as public figures can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So the Thunder 5 right now. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Dennis Schroeder, and it's Cephalosha in at the 3 spot. And it's good, 2 points.
A determined scorer down low. We know this about DeMar DeRozan. He is always looking to put pressure on the defense.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, Marcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he's still getting it done. Thank you.
And the future Hall of Famer loves to dish the rock. Paul has a pass-first mentality. He makes everyone around him better.
Mills with it now, guarded by Schroeder. Good on the shot. Mills has got his first bucket in this one.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Molinari dishes to Schroeder. Again, Oklahoma City.
Well, rhythm, confidence. When Schroeder is pulling the trigger, you know he's feeling it.
There's Satoransky. Softly drops in the floater. Satoransky's got 4 this quarter.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Oklahoma City out in front, leading by a point. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot, Doc. What do you need from the second?
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, the offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing for each other. Now it becomes a matter of being consistent.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Aggressive. I called them up earlier. I like it. They're taking it hard to the rack, dictating the pace, setting the physical tone. You're not going to get that by launching threes all night. Everybody knows that.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Steven Adams with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far.
And Doris, hard to find many arenas that have a better home court advantage than Oklahoma City.
Greg, it is the only show in Oklahoma City, and this arena gets loud. The fans come out every game. There is no doubting this is one of the best arenas in the NBA.
On the court for San Antonio, it's Aldridge at the power forward with Pirtle at center. White is out there with Murray, and it's DeRozan in at the 3. 1:25 left here in the third quarter. Paul against Murray. Takes it off the glass.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
The drive by Paul. That one drops for him.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Murray against Paul. Just 5 to shoot. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. They grab their own miss. Here's Aldridge, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Steven Adams picks one up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
San Antonio making a switch here. Trey Lyles checked in for Perk. Gay comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Bellinelli, he's checked in for White. And Satoransky subbed in for DeJounte Murray.
I love that plan. Set up the opportunity for the mismatch.
Just a huge bucket there, and you're right. I mean, the team was finding the matchup where they had the clear size advantage and putting it to use.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Well, this guy is such a defensive stalwart. Steven Adams' size and timing. Send it back, Steven.
That one falls. Schroeder's got the lead up to 5 now for the Thunder.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind it out game.
And taken away by Paul. Gets it off. And that one released in time, but no good. And we've reached the end of the third. Thunder lead by 5. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
GA, you know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Ball out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Cephalosha in at the small forward. It's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Kick out to Adams. 6 to shoot. Schroeder passes to Cephalosha. Here's Gallinari. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
Well, the truth is, though, he's tall enough to get that off against anyone.
Gay inside. Started by Schroeder. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Gay. Ball left side. Kicks to Gallinari. Over Gay. And there's Gallinari on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 4th assist in this one. 1:14 left here in the fourth quarter.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Down low. Here's Lyles. Money!
Gotta be aware of Gay's passing. He's constantly looking to set up his teammates in their spots.
Ball passes to Cephalosha. Out to the wing. Adams down low. Lyles there. The drive by Schroeder. Pocket 4. Here's Gallinari. San Antonio with the rebound. No room for them to make a mistake here.
You gotta almost play perfect from here on out.
Here's Bellinelli. Help! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Yeah, and Bellinelli, very creative, has that ability to get into the heart of the defense.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Paul dishes to Schroeder. It counts!
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
San Antonio calls timeout. They trail by 5. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
This is the very definition of desperation mode right now. They need a quick shot and a quick foul.
19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. White, wide open, he fired. And the shot is long. And so they choose to intentionally foul. as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
And any discussion about CP3 has to start with his hands. The dribble moves, all the steals he gets, he uses his hands better than just about anybody.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're down by 6. 12 seconds left in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
Out of hand on it, and it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. San Antonio with the ball. They trail by 6. DeRozan once again off the mark by San Antonio. From deep three-point range, offline. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Allman, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Hey, show my cousin do it. Hey,
Looking for the sauce. Better with the beef, boy. Press the change up. Let me get you way up. So good, put it in containers. Ain't about me, ain't about me.
Y'all took no need for prep. They just want mentions. I got the check. No need for wallet. Don't pay. Take the way for car to sell it.
It ain't about me. Ain't about me. Gotta cook it up. Come up hungry. Ain't about me. Ain't about me. Gotta cook it up. Come up hungry. Throw money in the air. Can't drop the ball. If I do that, mo's on call. Ain't about me. Ain't about me. Get up, get up, get up, get up.
Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. DA, take it away.
Blazers coach Terry Stotts had previous head coaching stints in Atlanta and Milwaukee, but it was as an assistant coach in Dallas, where he helped win the 2011 title, that he rejuvenated his career. Stotts wasn't sure he'd get another coaching opportunity, but after that, he said the stars aligned. Kevin, he's now in year 8 as head coach in Portland.
The players love him. Thank you, David. Only 3 games until the start of the playoffs. Let's see how the West will be won. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And, of course, Portland, they're 6th in the conference.
And when you look at Portland, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed. And that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Yeah, they'll be there in the playoffs. I'm sure of that. It's just a matter of how high they'll be seeded.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Paul, and it's Cephalosha in at the 3 spot. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony Tolliver, and it's Hazonia at the small forward position. Schroeder passes to Cephalosha, and that one drops for him. Cephalosha. The Trailblazers have gone 0 of 3 for the field to start the game. Passes it to Hazonia. And here's McCollum for 3. It's good from long range.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Final. Yeah, GA. He was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
And here is Cephalosha following the 3-pointer by C.J. McCollum. 5 on the clock. Here's Schroeder. They get it back. And Adams with the slam.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roam that freely on the glass.
Now, here's Lillard. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Steps back and fires. And it's off the back rim. No good. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter. McCollum, no good.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Gallinari dishes to Adams. Pass to Cephalosha. Back to Adams. Schroeder outside. Gallinari on the wing. Pass to Adams. Shoots from the baseline. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
That's the way you want to end the quarter, with the momentum on your side.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Thunder lead by 3. We've got more in store for you right after this. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, people are going to look to you first. They're going to point the finger at you first. When things go well, they're going to give you...
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
Yeah, I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Thunder, guys.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Ball out there with Dennis Schroeder, and it's Cephalosha in at the 3.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
Here's Lillard after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. A 3, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Outside shot from Lillard is pure. I mean, he always seems to have the look that's going in.
Paul kicks it over to Schroeder. And the pass to Gallinari. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Paul looking around. Out to Gallinari. He dishes it to Adams. No good there. And it's Portland the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Pass it to McCollum. Lillard outside. Launches it. And Paul pulls it down. Inside, Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Listen, you can count on Paul to find the open man. His court awareness is simply off the charts.
Lillard way outside. And it's Lillard again missing. And so it's Oklahoma City bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. Looking at the Thunder. And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
Well, Steven Adams, very, very impressive. Every year, scorer, passer, defending along the perimeter. I thought he was a success in the first half.
And Kenny, what did you see from Portland?
Well, they need to generate more points in the paint. The defense knew all along that they were going to shoot their jump shot every time down the court. There was no diversity in their offense. No one was able to figure out different things that they were doing. Very predictable offense, and I think that was the difference.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
Of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. Steven Adams with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Chris, when it comes to playing alongside another big guy, I'm sure you have to think of ways to complement each other. Not just him, but it's got to be a 2-way street.
Yeah, but it starts with chemistry. It starts with friendship. It starts with wanting to win. And I played with 2 big guys that come to mind that made me better. Juwan Howard there in Washington, just looking at him, throwing an oop. I would miss 2-3 shots in a row, and we'd look, and he'd say, I'll get you an easy one, big fella. And I would do the same thing to him. We're playing with a guy like Vlade that would say, hey, wait a minute, Bibby or Page didn't get a shot. Set a screen for them, and he would pass it to them, and then the next play say, now it's your turn. You're open, because they're going to go over there to those guys. We already tricked the defense ahead. So guys that are smart, guys that can pass, and also guys that will say, hey, man, you're looking a little tired. Let's switch. I'll check Shaq this play.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony Tolliver out there with Hazonia. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. A nice shot by Gallinari.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
To the middle. Hazonia finds Lillard. Back to Hazonia. Yep, that one goes. Hazonia's got his first points of the game.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime defensively.
last 10 coming off assists.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 9 points. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. For three, the rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Paul. Sinks the 15-footer. Paul's got 4 points now in the quarter.
His in-between game, deadly. It's a major surprise when Paul doesn't knock that shot down.
And a deep three from Lillard. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Thunder out in front, up by 11. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So for Oklahoma City right now, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Paul, and it's Cephalosha in at the 3 slot. Now here's Lillard. And the layup is good. Lillard's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Trailblazers. Paul goes in, and Whiteside sends it back, and they're able to recover. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the call. Portland the foul. First free throw is good, and that'll push the lead to double digits. Angel Adams nails both of them. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Pass to Nurkic. And finish off by Nurkic.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to the athlete.
Paul passes to Cephalosha. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. The Trailblazers shooting has been a little light, just 38% from the field. And a wide open look for Hood. And Whiteside stays right with it.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Now here's Paul. Shoots over Lillard. Was shot by Paul. No good. 1:02 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Good for 3. Gallinari with the rebound. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 0-3 to start the 4th quarter. Cephalosha has the open look. Buries it from 3-point range.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Thunder.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Steven Adams.
He hung a big number on the scoreboard, and it wasn't just because he was hot. He did it with movement and tenacity.
Goes up on the wing, and the basket by McCullough.
Gotta admire the precise shooting of McCullough. He's phenomenal at shooting over defenders. He has such a quick release.
Here's Paul. Count it. And the Thunder lead by 10.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. Just a total team effort.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And stolen by Lillard.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Oh, well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but it wasn't enough.
And it's out of bounds. They say that's touched by Adams. Just 10 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Bazemore misses. So here's Gallinari. Here's Schroeder. And it falls.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan.
Semi-pro, challenge, are you ready?
I'm smacking the game about. I'm smacking my chain about. Keep my name out your mouth. Keep my name.